Welcome back to another video of Reef Start. It's been a while since we've had an update on the Red Sea Reefer 170. In this video we will show you the changes that we've made in the last year, and at the end of the video there will be a sneak peek of a new little side project. First we'll show you the left side of the reefscape. As you can see, most of the tank has changed into LPS and soft corals. A decision was made to ditch the SPS for a mandarin goby and some other filter feeders. As a bonus to the increased feeding, I've now been able to keep some pretty colorful gorgonians. So far they've all been growing and thriving for more than 6 months. Here you can see my colony of Duncans. This was one of my first corals, which I bought years ago when it only had 4 to 5 heads. Once I finally had a stable tank, it started growing and now it's a full-size colony. My absolute favorite is the red and yellow Manila gorgonian. As this one requires daily target feeding, I'm especially proud of it. The purple and brown pink gorgonians are less rare, but they add a lot of movement to the tank. I feed them frozen cyclopes, live brine shrimp, nopli and some other mixed frozen foods daily. This diet also keeps my LSD mandarin very happy. Here in the Netherlands we call them LSD mandarin because of the surreal coloration they have. I really love the fullness of this Blastomussa valsi. Also, the bright red coloration is quite rare in the saltwater hobby. Colors like these have always been very appealing since they give such a nice contrast with the more usual green corals. In here you can see a small mushroom garden. The blue mushrooms really make the red shrooms pop out. This is again because of the different colorizations in the reef tank. You can also see one of my snails working around the entire reef tank. In this shot you will see a few of my fish which inhabit the reef tank, which is a royal grama, a tiny fox face and a golden brass. This tiny piece of chalice had a color I had never seen before at my local reef store. Especially in my country we don't see that many bright colored chalices. So I just had to bring this one home with me. Here you can also see my yellow soft coral. If anyone knows the exact name, please tell me. It's one of the prime pieces of my tank, and especially under the royal blue LEDs, it just pulls your gaze towards it. Here we have a top-down shot from the right side of my tank. From this view you can tell I try to create as much color contrast as possible, and especially with the Zoa gardens in here it turned out quite fine. Here we have a side view of my Zoa garden, and you can also see one of the cleanup crews, the scarlet hermit crab, doing its job. Furthermore, one of my most special and rare corals is the Australian golden torch. I bought it as a very tiny square centimeter frag, and it has already grown into a large piece with several heads. It is located next to my Zoa island and has already destroyed over a dozen of my zoanthid which are right next to it. Most of my stinging corals have to be kept away from my more expensive frags, which is rather difficult in this small tank. These Jamaica and Rainbow A cans, for example, are kept separate on a sand bed just so they can't destroy anything else. Moving up, we've got the main zoa garden. In here I have several quite rare zoanthids like Rastas, Archaeas, Fiji Dragon Eyes, Miami Vice, Purple Monsters, Sunny D's, and some other species I just call regular zoanthid species. Lastly, we've got an overview of the sump area. As you can see, it's all quite easy and easy to maintain. I've created a small refugium with some Chaeto. Next to it, I'm using a bubble Magus C3 skimmer. It's rated for 300 liters or about 70 gallons. It's not overkill, but in this tank it keeps my nutrients just in check. I've also got a built-in brine shrimp hatchery I tried, which is on top of the top of area which used to be there. I am using a top of next to the tank. And finally, my last little project, it's a 2.5 gallon Pico Vase with just a 3 watt light above it and an air pump. I'm gonna play with this and see what it turns into. That's it for today, guys. If you're interested, I will make another video soon, preferably. If there is anything in particular you would like to see or know, just ask in the comment section and I try to answer these in the next video or in the comments.